Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Sanders first carry of the game, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he'll find Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to throw again. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Again, he'll drop to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. So a first catch for him on this opening drive. And we've heard the rumblings, Charles, that he's not too happy with his targets as of late. So maybe that's an early olive branch, if you will.
And I think you're exactly right about what we've heard, because sometimes we hear things and they're just not true. But in this case, we feel pretty confident. Yeah, he's not exactly happy about the way things have gone lately. I think in some ways the game script has worked against him. In other ways, remember, he's being guarded by the #1 cornerback and maybe kicking another guy on his level. So it's tough for him to always get open. But I do think they're going to make a concerted effort to get him the ball in this game. One, it'll appease him. And two, it'll benefit the team if he makes some big plays. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On first down, Wilson. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Damiere Byrd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And
now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught by Sanders. As Sanders has it pumped free. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up. And it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On the handoff, it's Michel. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give. This is Michel. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man, complete. And he gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone. 36 yards on the play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Back to throw here. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And in for the Steelers' touchdown. Pat Freiermuth, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now it's Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzama. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Now here's a throw that's complete. He's up to 70 yards now in this first half receiving as he's got a first down. Looking to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they...
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quinnen Williams breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case,
he rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And bringing it in, it's Davis. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's caught inside the 20.
They're not even trying to do anything.
All the way in. Touchdown, New York. Elijah Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Open man completes it to Claypool. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw again. The Sanders has got it complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Uncorks one for Davis. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, 77 yards. And the Jets come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game. And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise... And now off to the races down the right side. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Back to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
56, the mark, boys, 56. Check 56.
Now Wilson. Going for it all. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. And the holding penalty sets him back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Sanders. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Second and 4. Completion here to Claypool. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And that's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020. Following the penalty, Michel. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Cameron Sutton, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 8. Sanders has the first down and much more. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Steelers. Extra point put through by Boswell, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Here's Wilson. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is caught. It's Davis. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, 44 yards. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second and 2. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because Your friend, old momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him to first. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch close. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2nd and 6. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And he'll find Hall. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. That one looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 39. 20. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
After right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Left side here to Sanders. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and 14. They'll set up a throw. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it, Sanders. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 95 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll go again with Sanders. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3 and 3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin.